And it's that time again, this week on 33rd Street. Senior sports editor Mike Tony here alongside fellow sports editor Stephen Tidings and Ian Wennick. Last week we had a 21-7 ugly win, or so we branded it, at Columbia, with Penn football coming out on top. Just to kind of do a quick recap of that game before we look ahead to Yale, what were your takeaways from the Columbia matchup? Was it as ugly as people have said it has been?
I would say that it was pretty darn ugly. I wore my Expos hat and Whalers hat in honor of extinct teams like Columbia's football program. And just basically after an early touchdown, Columbia couldn't do anything offensively. And I've got to give credit to Penn's defense. They really stepped up their game after an early fluke flea flicker. Especially Evan Jackson with a key interception late in the game, Austin Tapps with yet another sack, and just Penn's defensive line controlled the line of scrimmage. Now, the one thing that Penn is really going to need to improve this week is their offensive performance. Billy Ragone, other than the fact that he was dealing with an ankle injury, also just flat out was not playing up to his standards. He was overthrowing receivers, and Ryan Becker legitimately looked better. Now, whether Becker can keep it up or whether Ragone will be fully healthy and ready to go is another question. But both of them, whoever's in at QB at any given time, will have Connor Scott back. And that's going to be a major factor for getting Penn back to the offensive performance we've expected out of the defending Ivy League champions.
Does that go with your color combo too? Expos and Whalers?
I would say so, but I personally love the green and blue, or red and blue, if you will.
Okay. Moving on to Yale, I spoke with Coach Bagnoli this week about the QB situation. Billy Ragone officially listed as questionable, nursing that minor ankle injury. We saw him walking around the track with a trainer, so he's in ginger shape at this point. Ryan Becker's ready to go at the backup position, and so is Wildcat, or as Al Bagnoli calls him, gun-run QB Adam Strauss. So Penn's still looking decent at the quarterback situation, even sans Ragone, potentially. On the Yale side, we had last year a 27-13 upset at Yale, at the Yale Bowl, on national television. It looked like the season was over at that point. What are the Bulldogs going to bring to it this time?
Well, I mean, Yale's rushing attack is just as potent as it ever was. You have Tyler Varga, who everyone knows, preseason All-America. You have Chandler Rich, who torched Fordham for 159 yards. And they have a very good return man, Robert Clemens III. Yale has a very diverse skill set on offense. The quarterback play behind Harry Furman is a little bit weak, but if Penn's defense and its pass rush isn't ready, they can get burned.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a prediction? What's your prediction for this matchup?
To me, it depends on whether Ragone plays or not.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if Ragone sits this game out and Becker has to start, I think the Bulldogs will take this one 21-17.
Okay.
But I think if Ragone starts and he plays effectively, I'd give it to Penn 28-24.
Okay, so it's a 8-point swing basically with Ragone.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Do you see it that way? Does it all hinge on Ragone?
I gotta say, I'm disappointed in Ian's lack of decision right there. You gotta go strong. I'm gonna say no matter whether Ragone plays, Becker plays, even if Strauss is the starting quarterback, I'm saying Penn's gonna win. Final score 24-13. I'm gonna say Connor Loftus rebounds with a field goal this week.
Okay, so it's gonna be a comeback for Loftus. He needs it.
He does.
Yeah. Even if, well, we might even see a little bit of fourth-string QB Patton Chalora. I don't think we will. Regardless, I'm going to take Penn 24-13. I think the Quakers have it. Was that your pick?
It was my pick.
Was it?
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Fantastic,
Not a lot of originality here.
No. Well, at least we have you going out on a limb, right? That's what Ian's
I think
for.
I'm hedging my bets.
I subconsciously copied Steven's pick, and with that is This Week on 33rd Street. That's just how we do it. For the DP, I'm Mike Tony.